Oh yeah, what's going on, fam? It's your man VACAY-J, and yes, I'm back with another video. This is for the Shy Season 5, Episode 10, the season finale, and absolutely we're gonna break down this episode here. Absolutely, it's coming to a close, and I thought this was definitely a solid episode to close out with. Let's break it down. All right, fam. So we see Trig, aka Victor, and we see Duda, and they are driving in a car. Looks like Victor has no idea what's going on, but yeah, they open up the trunk, and we probably see, yeah, Q is in the trunk struggling. This is probably right after your boy Duda went ahead with the strap and shot Q. But I guess he sent the final round right in the queue, right in front of Trig. And he's like, why did you get me involved? Couldn't you call somebody else? And he's like, I could have, but, you had more to lose. So he pretty much set up Victor, knowing that Victor's running for city council, set him up so Victor could witness what's going on. Now we see, of course, Keisha, Emmett, and EJ. And yes, Keisha's helping out, reading them stories in the whole nine, helping EJ improve on everything. And then we see EJ, of course, with Tiff and everything, and also Rob. They helping them out. They're working as a team. So yes, they're having a little chat. And it looks like Tiff is really, excited and happy about what's going on. Your boy Emmett is just letting her know. He's like, listen, I'm a new man now. She's like, you really a new man, and yeah, it looks like Tiff is like coming to terms with this, that no, she can't just pop up on your boy. Your boy's a new man. He has a schedule now. He's not going to miss the parent-teacher meeting. And he's like, yeah, I'm a new man. I'm better now. You know what I'm saying? It looks like Tiff is really understanding that. And she likes what's going on with Emmett, even though they can't be together, right? So yes, Emmett is a new man, better father now, doing what he has to do. Now we shoot over, and we're looking at some money. And what do we see? We see your boy Kev, and yeah, his lady girlfriend, and they counting up the money. Looks like Kev got like $4,000, and he wants to move out. He's ready to go. He feels trapped being there with his parents, with his mothers, and he just wants out because he doesn't have any secrecy, he doesn't have any privacy. And yeah, he only got one more year to really get out of there, but he wants to get out now at 17. Now we see a boy Trig, Victor, talking to Duda. He's like, yo, man, what'd you get me involved with? Why did you get me involved? And he's like, listen, I'm trying to protect you. What I do in the dark so you can be in the light, I'm going to do what I need to do. But really, your boy Trig is like, yo, just stay away from Tracy for real. Stay away from The Rock. Like, you nothing but bad news. So he walks out, So now we see, yes, Jada, everybody, they're doing the whole yoga thing, meditating. And, Tracy's like, yo, why didn't I get a +1 to your wedding? And of course, they're like, yo, we don't want to do the Otis at the wedding like that. Like, you know what? We'll go out on a triple date, double date, whatever. And Trey's like, yeah, we can come with y'all and whatever and all of that. So really, Nina has a problem with, Jada marrying, of course, Darnell, right? Because she's like, hey, Darnell did this, did that. And, Dre's on some like, listen, if I could forgive you, then yeah, Jada could marry Darnell. It's going to be all good. She's like, don't put my business out there, right? And it's like, why not? So Nina, they still got some things to work on. But it looks like things are going to go well, and this marriage is going to go forward. Now we got Marcus, and he's talking to Victor, a.k.a. Trig. And I guess Victor told Marcus what's going on because, remember, they got a tape. They got that videotape of Otis Duda beating down Marcus. So he's like, yo, man, we're going to have to release this tape so we can get rid of him for good. And Marcus is like, I'm with that. Trig wants Marcus down with his campaign. He's like, yo, depending on the offer, I might be down for it. So, yeah, definitely Trig wants Marcus to be down because, yes, Marcus can be resourceful in one way, shape, or form. Now we back at Q's house, and it looks like, yeah, we got Duda and homie right there, and they going through Q's house. Come to find out, Rob is the nephew to Q. Didn't even know the tie, didn't even know the connection. But, Duda's asking Dude, like, yo, Do you know this dude? He's like, yeah, he do good business. They got the weed business and everything, and everything's good, looking good. It's like, yeah, give him a call, let him know that his uncle died, and yeah, we gonna continue to do business. Crazy, right? Dude is on some other stuff. So now we got the girls, Maisha, and we got Gemma, and they talking about, yeah, getting her songs out there. She wants to manage her and getting some money up. And she's like, what connections you got? She's like, well, I'm going to make some connections. So Maisha's noticing that, hey, listen, don't play with my career here. If you're serious about it, like, let's make it happen. If you don't got no contacts, boom, whatever it is. So now we got the fellas on the block, and we got dude, and we see Trig's, truck. So dude rolls up to Trig. He's like, is that Trig? So he rolls over with the strap, pulls out the strap, but it's not Trig, it's Jake. So he opens the window or whatever. But who comes to the side with the strap? Yeah, Bakari comes to the side, like, don't even do that. And Bakari is like deep in the streets. So he's like, yeah, get out of here, right? So gets dude out of there, looks at Jake, gives him the head nod, like, yo, we good. You good, son. Go ahead. Let's roll off. So he gives him a head nod back. He forgave him. Jake forgave, Bakari for everything and all this and that, right? So he moves on. Now we see Darnell and Jada. They just talking about the wedding and getting things together. He wants to get a little something. She's like, nah, I ain't doing all of that. I'm not doing none of that until after the wedding. It's going to be extra special. So, they're just talking about things, and he's just like really in love with Jada. He's like, listen, this is going to happen. We going to make this thing work. Now we got Victor, a.k.a. Trig, and yeah, he's talking to Fatima. And it seems like they working things out. Last episode, things wasn't working out. But he told her basically, like, I'm going to be coming out. I'm going to let the world know. And she's like, listen, once you do, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? He's like, why? He's like, why? And she's like, listen, I can't wait for you to figure your life out. I got to move on with mine. I got to find my happiness. So, I kind of feel like Fatima kind of like has been pushing him all season to really come out and just be himself. And I think that's what's going to happen based on what we saw. So now we see Gemma and Jake. And this conversation was kind of funny because Gemma's like, yeah, I got to figure out how to get some money. He's like, aren't you rich? He's like, yeah, but I want to get my own money. And she's like, yo, is Smokey's hiring? He's like, I don't know. Ask Papa what's going on. Like, so she's trying to figure it out. He's laughing about it. She's like, no, I'm serious. I'm trying to get this money so we can get this management thing going on. So now we're at the school, and yes, Miss Green comes out, and we have both parents there, but we also have the supporting parents, Keisha, Emmett, Rob, and Tiff. Kind of find out EJ is doing way better than he used to because they're all working together. Miss Green is happy about that because, yes, as she spoke to them before, it takes a community, it takes a village, and EJ has been improving, but she wants to offer him to be in a special program. Come to find out, Keisha, she took some classes and found out that, yes, these special programs gives more attention to EJ. And yes, EJ will definitely be improving because he'll have a whole team backing him up, not only just the parents. So, yeah, Keisha knows a little bit, and Miss Green is impressed because she's like, yeah, okay, looks like you have a passion for helping kids and everything else like that. And yes, this will be a good program. So, yeah, everybody's happy. Tiff ain't being messy like she was last time. She looks like she's in a good position. Miss Green talks to Keisha like, yo, you should think about becoming a teacher's aide. There's a position that's open. We see you got a passion for it, so you should do it. So, Keisha's like, I might apply for that. Even though she's in school, she's like, I might apply for that. They need money. They got the 4 boys. They need money. So Keisha looks like she wants to do that. But here we go. Tiff wants to talk to Keisha. And she wanted to apologize. She apologized to Keisha and says, I'm sorry I tried to do that. And she's like, why did you do that? Why did you push up on Emmett and try to get him to sleep with you? She's like, I don't know. I think I was jealous. So she admitted that she was jealous of the relationship. But they kikiing it now. And yes, she asked for forgiveness. And Keisha says she's sorry that she didn't tell her sooner. So, they hug and it's all good. Now they friends again, I guess. We'll see. But then you got Emmett and Rob. They just sitting there not saying nothing. The fellas. So he's like, yo, we good, B? We good? Emmett asking Rob. And Rob's like, yeah, we good, son. We good. And of course, Rob is going to be good with Emmett because Emmett didn't sleep with Tiff again. You know what I'm saying? Like, Emmett was strong. He's a better man. Now back at Smokey's, we got Gemma, and Gemma's like, "Yo, I thought I'd be on the register." And he's like, "Listen, you got to work your way up." And Papa's like, "You got to work your way up. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the dirty work." And she's like, you know how Gemma kind of prissy or whatever." And he's like, "Listen, I got a whole bunch of cousins who would love to get a job like this." You know what I'm saying? So, he's like, "Fix your attitude and go clean up the whatever it is," right? So she's starting from the bottom. Now we got Jake, and Jake, man, like I said, he got some talent. He got some talent, designs, and everything else like that. So we see that he's really good at that. Victor comes in there and he's like, "Yo, what's this?" He's like, "Who did this?" He's like, "Yeah, I did this." So, your boy Jake got special design, special skills. Like, he definitely is an artist within himself. He knows how to create shirts and make it look good. So he created a campaign shirt for Victor. And yeah, it's looking good. And Victor's real happy about it. He's like, "Yo, you did this, man." He's like, "Man, I love this. I love this," in support of Victor running for city council. And yeah, it was some special designs that Jake did. So yeah, he hooked his brother up. Definitely Victor's happy. Gonna tell everybody else. And yeah, definitely Jake is proud of his work. Now here comes Duda running back to Tracy. And she's like, "You can't come in. What are you doing here? I saw the videotape." He's like, "Listen, I'm sorry. I'm here. Here's some flowers." He's coming there begging for forgiveness. And she's like, "Yo, listen, you need to say sorry. That's all, sorry for about talking about my son being gone." He's like, "I'm sorry, that never happened again." But he's telling her that he has to step into the role. She wants to find out what happened with Q. But yeah, she realizes that, yes, Dude is going to take over Q's position on the street. And yeah, he apologizes. He doesn't want to lose her, but he has to become the bad guy. Now, we got your boy, Shad, and his girl. And they said they needed to talk. They both need to talk. He wanted to tell her. I think he wanted to tell her about him sleeping with the other girl, right? Sleeping with Trig's fake wife. But she is like, "Listen, I want us to move in together because, you're the man that I want. And I didn't think it was going to happen." So Shad is like, "Hold up. Whoa, okay." He's surprised about what's going on, right? So she's like, "Is that a yes? Is that a yes? Do you want to move in?" He's like, "Hell yeah, yeah. Let's move in together," right? So she's happy about that and everything. And they hug. And yeah, is Shy going to tell her that he slept with old girl? But she's like, "Yeah, what you want to tell me?" He says the best line is like, "Listen, your good news made me forget my news, so don't even worry about it," right? So is he going to tell her that, yeah, that Valentine's Day night, man, he slept with old girl? All right, we'll see what happens in the next season. So now we see dude roll up to Rob's house. He's like, "Yo, your uncle's dead." And he's like, "How you know the truth?" He shows him a picture of the body in the trunk. He's like, "Listen, man, you know Duda? Well, Duda is going to contact you. We're going to have new arrangements. But, the business is still on. The business is still going." So, of course, Rob is like, "Yo, who killed him? Who killed him?" He's like, "Don't worry about it. You don't got to worry about it," right? So Tracy rolls up to Trig on some like, "Yeah, well, Duda said there was a solution as far as Q and the whole nine." And he's like, "Listen, stay away from Duda. Stay away from Duda." She's like, "Everybody got secrets." So, yeah, your boy, Victor, makes the call for Marcus to release the tape. Now at Kev's house, he's talking to Lene, and he really wants to get out. He really wants to emancipate himself. He wants to be on his own. And she's trying to convince him, like, "Yo, you don't need to do that. Like, you only got one more year till you graduate. You can be on your own after that." He's like, "Yo, I got the money for a down payment. I just feel trapped. I need to get out of here." Meanwhile, the moms come in, and they're like, "Nene, hey, listen, we got the adoption papers. All you got to do is sign them." And she's looking at Kev, and Kev is looking at Lene. He's like, "So on you." And she's like, They're like, "What's wrong? Did you change your mind?" And it's like, yeah, Lene's happy. She's like, "Nah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Let's sign the papers. Let's move forward." So she's happy that she's getting adopted and that she doesn't have to go to, foster care, or go to, whatever juvie thing. And Kev is like, "Welcome to the family." But again, Kev has his feelings about it. He's ready to get up out of there. Now back at Smokey's, we got your boy Emmett. And who rolls in? Duda rolls in, man. And it's like, yeah, we knew this was going to happen. Knew this was going to happen where Duda was going to talk to Emmett about franchising, about investing, about everything else like that. And of course, Emmett is kind of like, it was bad business in the past with you, man. I don't know if I need to get involved with you. And he's like, listen, I got a lot of money to invest. He's like, please be specific. He's like, listen, you roll with me, I'm going to make you a very wealthy man because I know how to make money. And, he had the pizza spot. He had all of that, of course, but he's still in the game. He's still in the streets. And Duda is nothing but bad news. But he's smiling at Emmett like, yo, we can do business for real. So really, Emmett don't got no choice. You know what I'm saying? Emmett really doesn't have a choice whether he wants to mess with him or not. Because, Duda going to come in there and he going to bogart the whole situation. And Emmett knows that. He's like, dang. So now we got shot and he's moving out. He's gone. And Trigger's like, yo, where you going? He's like, yeah, well, Shorty want me to move in with her. So that's where I'm going, man. I'm out of here. He's like, man, I appreciate you for believing in me, Trig, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, thank you for bringing me back to life. Victor's like, thank you for bringing me back to life, bro. So, they show that brotherly love and all this and that, and it's all good. Now, Marcus is talking to Gemma, and Gemma is trying to make a deal. And she's like, listen, I want to take my college money and I want to invest into Maisha and her career and everything else like that. And he's like, no, this is for your education. I've been putting that money in since you was a baby, right? And she's like, well, that's not of value to me anymore. He's like, listen, I'll give you a portion of your college fund. You got to make something happen in a year. If not, then you got to go to school. She's like, deal. And Marcus is like, I don't know what's going on. Now, Marcus released the tape to the press. And now, yes, it's running all over the news. Of course, Tracy sees it as she's at Rock, but also Duda sees the footage released on him beating up Marcus. The former mayor beats up Marcus. Not a good look. Of course, Tracy is highly disappointed in everything that's going on. And yeah, of course, Duda's disappointed too, but he's like, I'm not leaving town. I'm staying here. I'm not leaving like last time and the whole nine. Right? So he's like, I need some ears on the street. Dude is like, I know just a little dude that could be your ears on the street. So he's like, all right, what we waiting for? So they go on the block, they go on the street. He's like, that's the little dude you talking about? And who is he talking about? Yeah, Bakari, man. Ah, dang. Yeah, he's like, that's the dude that pulled the strap out on you? He's like, yo, what you want? He's like, yo, be cool, man. Come over here. We talking big money. So he's like, yo, I need eyes on the street. So Doodle pulls out a knot, pulls out some money or whatever. And Bakari's hesitant to take it, but eventually he takes it. He's like, yeah, all right, bet. And then they drive off. It's like, no, Bakari, no, man, don't get involved. So Bakari goes to Smokey's looking on new, brand new, fresh in the whole nine. And she's like, Lene's like, yo, what's up with that? He's like, yo, I'm doing, big man moves right now. She's like, yeah, you sound like you a criminal. He's like, well, you mess with your brother and he's a criminal. And he said the wrong thing. She's like, what? It's like, that's the wrong thing to say. Knowing how she feels about her brother. Look, Papa's like, damn, did he really just say that? Yeah, he did. And it's just like, Bakari, you don't know what you're doing, bro. Like, you're just messing up. So now here we go. Duda's back at Tracy's house. And she's like, I don't want to mess with you. You did this. How could you do this? And then you messing up with Q. And he's like, listen, I'm sorry. I'm not the man that you want me to be. Somebody got to be the bad guy in the whole situation. So, yeah, Tracy wanted him to be, the love interest or whatever. And she's like, yo, you don't got to do this. You don't got to be the bad boy. But he's like, yo, it's already too late, right? Dude is well far off on a deep end. And that's it. So now here we are. It's about time. Jada is about to get married to Darnell. And of course, Emmett is walking his mom down the aisle. Your boy Darnell is waiting there. And he doesn't have the Bluetooth on, yo. He doesn't have the Bluetooth on like he said. But she's looking beautiful. It's a beautiful wedding in the backyard, the way that she wanted it. Intimate, with close friends and family, right? And he's waiting. He's looking at his beautiful bride. Emmett gives her away. And now it's time to absolutely say the vows. So she says some wonderful vows to him. It's real touching. He says some wonderful vows to her. And yeah, man, it's like serious, B. It's real serious. And yes, they are finally getting married. Their high school sweethearts finally getting married. Of course, all the families there looking on proud, looking on happy, Nina and Dre. Even though they got their discrepancy going on, they still working it out. Of course, Keisha and Emmett is there. And yes, Tiff and the rest of them, everybody's there. And yeah, your boy don't got his Bluetooth on, but he's dead serious, and they definitely do some great vows to really let each other know how much they love each other. Real touching moment, right? Real touching moment. So you may kiss the bride. And yes, they are finally married. They jumped the broom as tradition has it. And yes, your boy Emmett is happy, right? Moving on. Better days coming. They are happy. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm happy for them, right? It's about time. People could change, right? So now it's time to throw the bouquet. And who catches the bouquet? Keisha catches the bouquet. All right, you know what that means, right? Yeah, that means that your boy Emmett might be getting married to Keisha. They've been together, so he's like, hey, that's my girl right there. That's my girl, right? So we'll see what happens with that. But they're having a good time. It's time to dance. It's time to party. Time to celebrate, and it's good to see everybody dancing together. Emmett, Rob, Tiff, everybody getting down. They doing their thing, having a great time. So now, yes, come to find out that backyard actually belongs to them now. Yeah, he said he's been cheap and saving money. Looks like your boy Darnell bought them a house. This is their brand new house. So they got married in the backyard of their brand new house. That's dope. All right. So now, yeah, it looks like Emmett came into some money. They got that art piece. And she's like, well, how did you get it? Well, I came into some money and Duda was the one that invested. She's like, yo, do you understand what's going on? That's not the guy that you want to mess with. He's the one that got Reg going. And they mentioned Reg, which is crazy, right? He's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is money for our future. We're going to be better off. So finally, Kev sits down and he tells Nina, I want to get out. I want to move out. She's like, nope, I don't want to do that. He's like, yeah, I knew you would be like that. But I already signed the paperwork. I want to be emancipated. I want to be out of the house. I already got money to put down on stuff. I just feel trapped here and I need to get out of here. And it's like, yo, you got one more year to go before you turn 18 and then you could be on your own. But he is not having it. He's ready to go. They're like, yeah, you can stay here and pay rent. It's like, no. They trying to come up with a solution. But Kevin's like, listen, man, I need to get out of here. So now we see your girl and they about to go to Victor's, campaign thing. And what happens? Her song, right? Maisha's song comes on the radio. So, of course, they like, yo, turn that up. And yeah, they're pretty excited. He's like, yo, congratulations. You got your song on the radio. They happy. She's like, turn that thing up. Thanks for the congratulations, but turn it up. She got a song on the radio, and it's sounding real good. So they're making progress. So now we see Tierra, and she's announcing, her boyfriend and all this and that, right? Announcing him for city council. So they're clapping, Shy knows the truth about what's going on. So now Fatima shows up as she is the press covering the event, right? As she said she would. So he goes up there and he's talking about how, yes, he had a whole speech, but he's going to speak from the heart. And come to find out, he actually admits and tells the truth and says, yes, Tierra and me, we're not in love. We're not boyfriend and girlfriend. It was all fabricated. And they looking around like, for real? She's looking down. And he's like, yeah, this is not real, but I want to actually run for city council so you can get to know the real me. And it's time for me to be truthful, not only with you, but to be truthful with myself. And I thought he was going to say, hey, you know what, whatever it is. But he did say he fell in love. And he wants everybody to get to know him as he's running now for city council. So nobody claps, but your boy Shy gives him the slow clap, right? Gives him that slow clap. And then everybody eventually starts clapping. Of course, Jake is supporting his brother. He knows what's going on. He knows the truth. And yes, he finally is admitting that, yes, he's going to tell the truth about himself and people need to learn him. And he's going to tell the truth about how, yes, he is going to live his truth being in love with a transgender woman. So, of course, the person that he's in love with is there and she's looking on. And yeah, he rolls over to her, gives her a kiss right in front of everybody. And they know who she is, they know what's going on. And it is what it is. So he finally tells the truth. He finally comes out. And yes, your boy Victor, aka Trig, is now being straight up real with himself. And now he's going to be real with everybody else. So that is the season finale of episode 10 for The Chi season 5. Family, go ahead and drop your comments below. What did you think about this season finale episode? Was it good? Was it great? Was it good? Was it bad? Let me know. Drop it in the comments, and absolutely we're going to keep this thing going. Definitely a solid, I would say, really good season as I've been watching. And family, as you know, if you just found me, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Do me another favor, hit that like button, and we'll continue to keep this thing going. Family, I appreciate you all for watching. I appreciate all the love and the support for all this time. Let's keep it going, fam. Definitely share this video and let's make it happen, family. All right. Absolutely. Check out the next videos coming up. If you like this video, you love this video, definitely check out this next one right here. Until next time, salute.